Hey my internet family, I'm back in my family home, as you can probably tell. Okay, I've been down and stressed and anxious a lot lately. Some of you have noticed that actually, like from just my online stuff in general, and I know a lot of you suffer with these feelings too, because you write to me all the time saying how you're feeling, lost and isolated and misunderstood. So I figured now is the best time to talk to you about some of the things that I do myself to kind of get those feelings under control and calm myself down. Stress and anxiety suck balls, am I right? I mean, all of us experience stress in our lives, but sometimes that can build up and it can lead to excessive worry and nervousness and then dread and upset tummy ache and racing thoughts and so many more physical symptoms. And sometimes these feelings can come on after a depression, which is a totally different thing, but sometimes they can just strike out of the blue and they can be tough to deal with if you don't know or you're kind of new to these feelings. And sometimes if you've had it for years, you might still be super crappy at kind of managing your symptoms. So yeah, these are 7 things that I do when I'm feeling this way, and just little tips that I hope you'll incorporate into your life to feel a bit better. The first thing is relaxation of your body and of your brain. So when we're stressed and anxious, our muscles tend to tense up and it can leave us feeling quite unwell. I love nothing more than having a big bubble bath with like bath salts or Lush bath bombs, bubble bars, anything like that. I just throw a bunch of things into a bath and have like really lovely warm water. I will play then some like really nice relaxing music in the background. Sometimes I'll put on some epic music that I'm loving, and I'll read a book and I'll just lay there and distract my thoughts. This helps me to relax my mind and not think about whatever I'm stressing or anxious over. And then in terms of like your body, you can do little muscle things, like say if you're sitting still, just like tightening and releasing your muscles can really help. The best one is getting a massage from like someone you love. Obviously a professional massage is not realistic for everyone, but if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a friend you're super comfortable with, then just ask them for a massage and to talk to you. Talking to people like really helps, and offloading. It's so nice to have a good network of like supportive people. The second one is to get moving and like exercise in a non-obsessive way, and do it like in a healthy way where you have a routine. Researchers have found that exercise is more effective than medication for stress and anxiety. It releases endorphins into your body, and this causes a euphoric feeling, even gets rid of actual physical pain. And my favorite thing to do is going for long walks. Sometimes I'll do it alone, sometimes I'll bring a friend or family member, and I try and do this most days just for mainly managing my anxiety. Try not to overlook this. It's so important to get outside and get a bit of a sweat on. And even if you can't do that and you're scared of going outside and people seeing you, scared of the gym and stuff, you can always do things in your house, always. I promise you guys, if you do this, that your mood and your self-esteem will just go psh. The third one is positive self-talk, and a lot of people will be like, ew. It just sounds so cheesy, but it's really, really effective. Say a kid is worried about something. What way are you going to talk to that kid to soothe the child and make it feel calmer and less afraid? We know how to talk to people to make them feel better, to help them combat stress, and oftentimes we don't do that with ourselves. We're better at doing it for other people than ourselves. So what I like to do is just have a bunch of phrases that I repeat to myself in my head, and it makes me feel better instantly. Tell yourself things like, this feeling will pass. I am safe right now. I will get through this. I can feel my heart slowing down. You've no idea how this can actually impact like your brain chemistry and all that jazz. So just do it, okay? Okay. The next one involves checking your diet, and I don't mean going on a diet or cutting out all bad food and only eating fruit and vegetables, nothing like that. There's certain things that we consume sometimes that can worsen anxiety, namely caffeine and alcohol. Even in small amounts, caffeine, because it's so stimulating, in some people can cause irritability and nervousness, and it can really bring on panic attacks for some people. You'll find this in coffee and colas and stuff, and also chocolate. Cutting it out straight away can cause you headaches and stuff. The withdrawal is not nice, so maybe just lessen these things gradually, and if you find that they're really triggering you, you will need to eliminate them and replace them with something better. Alcohol dehydrates your body and ultimately increases your anxiety. This has been shown in a lot of different studies, and I've noticed recently, especially in LA, I was drinking more than usual, so I know that that's definitely a trigger for me. And the bacteria balance in your gut can have a huge role in your stress and anxiety levels, so make sure that you're having things like probiotics in your diet to make sure that that's at happy medium. The next thing that I always do is deep breathing, so from the diaphragm, like proper deep breathing into the belly, like from the belly, like the belly going out and then out through the mouth. You look a bit cray doing this, so maybe do it up in your bedroom, not in front of your family, when you first start doing it, or otherwise they'll be like, what's she doing? Doing this actually activates your body's ability to self-soothe, which is so amazing. It kicks it from the fight or flight response, which is from the sympathetic nervous system, I can't remember words, not at all. It shifts it into the relaxed response from some other nervous system. Me's no scientist, but that's the truth. The next one is getting more sleep. And if you have the kind of job or routine where you're sleeping for like 3 to 5 hours a night, you need to address this right away, and you need to get on a sleeping schedule. Try and sleep when it's actually dark out, and sleep for a good 7 to 9 hours. That's like the sweet spot in terms of sleep. Certain little things do help me fall asleep at night, like a cup of tea, like a herbal tea or something. Chamomile is great, or peppermint or something like that after dinner. Not eating late at night, so giving like a few hours between your final meal of the day and then going to bed. And also like lavender. I love lavender drops on my pillow, and I love putting on a sleep mask onto my eyes. Finally, I want you guys to question your thoughts more if you suffer from anxiety. So, you know, our brains can play some massive tricks on us when we're anxious and when we're prone to this kind of feeling. Ask yourself questions, you know, is this worry realistic? Is this really likely to happen? If the worst possible thing happens out of this, is it something I'm actually not going to recover from? Because we do recover from everything that we go through in life. Could I handle that? What might I do? Is this really true, or does it just seem that way right now? So really questioning what you're worrying about, what you're anxious about, and getting to the root of it. It's nice to have therapists and counselors and stuff, and definitely go talk to somebody, but learning how to do this yourself is an important technique for your whole life. You can be a happy person and live an extremely stressful life. And I want you to remember that, and I want you to take something away from this video. Please leave your stories of your anxiety in a comment down below, because I'd love to read them, and I'd also love and encourage other commenters to read each other's comments and get into conversations so that we don't feel so isolated and alone. It's common, it's okay. There's going to be a better day! And I think that's cue for me to leave. So thank you for watching. Thumbs up the video if you liked it, and I'll see you on my next one, my lovely internet family. Bye!